Hey guys, welcome back. It is a beautiful morning here on the coast. It's pretty windy, so I'm hoping the audio comes out okay with this video here. But yeah, I took a walk along the coast, and man, just the waves crashing against the rocks, so beautiful. I just want to sit there forever and look at it, but it's getting windy and cold. It's getting cold up in here. Ooh. So, although, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I survived winter in Bend, Oregon, where it's getting down like the teens. And all I had was a little propane heater to keep me warm. And a bunch of blankets. And an electric blanket. So, I figure if I can survive Central Oregon in the middle of winter, I can survive the Mendocino coasts in fall and winter. I shouldn't get that bad. I have quite a few videos out lately talking about must-haves or needs for van life, things you really should take with you, and all, what to think about when, putting your van together and all that. But I kind of want to talk today about useless things. And when I say useless, I mean things that you don't need for van life. They're not going to make your van life more comfortable. They're not going to save your butt in an emergency or anything. They're not needs for van life. But there are things that I take with me because they just make my van feel more like home. And that's actually, if you think about it, that's almost kind of a need. You need to feel at home in your van. So if you're planning out your van build, or if you're doing your van build, or if you already have your van built out and you don't have the little things that just make your van feel like home, get some things that make you feel like you're at home, make you feel more comfortable, and make you feel less like you're living in a very small enclosed space. So we're going to talk a little bit about things that I have that aren't needed for van life, but I love having them because they just make my van life a little more enjoyable. So this is Being. He is my travel buddy. He's like a little stuffed monkey with a big smile on his face. He lives right here in my passenger seat. In fact, he's always facing front to see all the wonderful places we're going. And he just sits here with a big old smile. I like having him too when I write. He just looks at me and he has a big old smile on his face when I'm writing, kind of like he's encouraging me to keep writing. So, I got Being in the divorce. And honestly, the only good thing I got out of that divorce. I love Being. If you want to learn more about Being and how he got his name and how I got him, that video is on Patreon. So you can join my Patreon account. I like that segue. You can join my Patreon account. $4 a month or $8 a month, you get early access. And since I'm hopefully going to be monetized soon, you can get early access to videos and ad-free videos. So you won't have to watch the ads or pop up in front. And you get exclusive videos just for my Patreon members, and one of those is The Story of Being. You know what? I'm going to let Being represent the Phillies right now. Give him a little cap right there. There you go, buddy. So yeah, like I said, $4 a month or $8 a month, every little bit really helps me out. It helps keep me moving, going. My goal is to make money remotely so I can keep traveling and not have to stay anywhere for a set amount of time to work and make money. So the more I can travel, the more adventures I can have, the more adventures we can have, and we can share them with you guys. Get more exclusive content just for you guys. Like I said, early access, ad-free, which is always good. And like I said, it's only $4 or $8 a month. Whatever you can afford or want to afford, you guys help me out. I'd really appreciate it. And that is my pitch for Patreon, and I will say no more of it. And let's move on. So I have a couple of sets of string lights. I got these guys right here. It actually comes on this roll. It's a solar rechargeable, but I actually just plug it in to recharge it. But now this is very useful because it gives me light at nighttime, and I need light at nighttime to read or whatever. I don't want to sit in the darkness in my van because that really sucks. So these are great, and they have 3 settings. And of course, the Light that right there. I don't ever need that one though. But the lights I have that are fun, that aren't necessary, are these guys right here. And they're just little string lights I bought. They're orange, and I like them. They kind of give a nice little orange glow to the van, which is great on Halloween. I watched a couple of horror movies Halloween night, had the orange lights on. It was kind of cool. So again, not necessary, not needed. These lights are needed. They are very useful. The orange ones are absolutely not useful whatsoever. They take about 4 watts of power running it off the Jackery, so not a huge deal, but if the Jackery is low on power going into the night, I don't waste that on that, but right now it's doing pretty good. So yeah, like I said, they're just fun lights. It's hard to tell right now, it's daytime, how the glow looks, but it's pretty cool. Next are my rubber duckies. Yes, I collect rubber duckies. I started my collection in 2006 when I found these bad boys in a Big Lots. Kiss. The box is totally falling apart. This thing is like 20 years old. It's totally falling apart. And I just bought it on a lark. I saw that, I'm like, dude, I have to have these. They're so cool. And then later on, I saw 4 celebrity rubber ducks. Got Mr. T. I got Obama. I got, oh yeah, the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. Hee hee. And I got all kinds of ducks, just everything. Halloween. I should have brought these out for Halloween. I totally forgot to bring that. Oh, I got Christmas ones too. I don't think I have any Thanksgiving ones. I might have a couple Thanksgiving ones in here. I don't know. I've got probably 40 to 50 ducks in my collection. I have not counted them. I just have a whole bunch in here. And I do like to put them on my dashboard as well. You may have noticed those in some of my videos. I've got the ducks on the dashboard. Although right now, a lot of them are off the dashboard because the summer heat coming through the window melted the glue and the Velcro I'm using to hold them on to the dashboard with. So a lot of them are off there. I got to figure out a better way to affix them to the dashboard. I don't want to like super glue them because I want to be able to swap them out. And right now the Velcro seems the best way. But the problem is summertime, the heat comes, the sun goes to the windshield, melts the glue, and they just fall right off. So you guys have any ideas what I can do to make those ducks stay in place, but still be able to swap them out when I want to? Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and yeah, I will definitely, if you guys have some good ideas, I will definitely use those. But yeah, I mean, like I said, these are silly. They serve no real purpose. You see that? Yeah. Quack, quack. Oh, this would have been a great one for Halloween. I should put that one up. Down here. Ooh. We have Jake and Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. I got these at the House of Blues in Anaheim. Those are my ducks, and I love my ducks. I had to stop collecting them because since people found out I collected ducks, they kept sending me ducks all the time. And I'm like, I have too many ducks, stop. So I had to kind of stop collecting ducks. I will, however, on occasion pick up a new one if I see one that's really cool. I got this guy at Dinosaur Land or some kind of dinosaur place. It's in Oregon. I just go up the coast in Oregon, and a little place like little dinosaur stuff, and they had this guy. So I'm like, I gotta get a dinosaur ducky. Those are my duckies. Next are my skull pillows. I love skulls. I've had these pillows for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now. I bought them when I lived in an apartment, lived in a house, rented a room, and I just love these guys. They're really cool to have around, and they kind of make my house, my van, feel a little more homey. I bought 2 new ones recently. I got this one, and I got this one. I love these. They're awesome, and I even have a skull yoga mat. I got this about 10 years ago, and it's still in really great shape because I never use it. I take it back. I've use it periodically, but I don't use it enough. I don't use it, all the time. But I'm definitely going to get back into doing yoga again and start using it. And I love the fact that it's got skulls all over it. It's just really, really freaking cool. And a friend of mine, before I started doing van life, gave me this. I thought it was really cool. Kind of skeleton kitties. Day of the Dead kind of style. I don't know. It was really cool. I like this, and this is up on my bed. Again, little touches here and there just make it feel more homey. This is Zoe. I got Zoe from my parents. You can see she's there with the couple other duckies. They're looking forward. Zoe looks back. Zoe likes to watch me. I think she has a crush on me, but don't say anything. But I love having Zoe here. Zoe actually belonged to my parents, my mom and dad, back in 2004, I believe. My dad retired. They sold a house, bought an RV, and started traveling. And Zoe was in their RV. And after my mom passed away, I was going through some stuff, and I found Zoe in a box. And I said, "Hey, Dad, can I have Zoe for my van?" He's like, "Absolutely." So Zoe travels with me. So she is, I guess, the unofficial traveling nomadic mascot of the VanGossen clan. Yeah, she travels, and she's got that big old smile and laugh, and she bobs around when I hit some bumps, and it's just really fun. She has actually remarkably stayed very stable on this dashboard with her Velcro, so I guess it's a sign I should keep Zoe around. And last but not least, and this is probably something that most of you guys might be like, "Oh, this is necessary. This is absolutely necessary for van life, for any life." You know what? I kind of agree. These are necessary, but I'm still going to say they're useless. I'm still including them in this video. Books. I only have a few. I have a sickness. I mean, a lot of you guys know I'm a writer, so obviously I love to read. And for years, I had books galore. I think my ex-wife and I love books. On our honeymoon, we honeymooned in Berkeley, and we went to all these little mom and pop, like privately owned, like bookstores, used bookstores. Went to City Lights in San Francisco, which is a freaking awesome store. If you've never been there, I recommend going there. Great place to hang out. We bought so many books on our honeymoon. We had to go to the post office, and we shipped 7 boxes of books back home to Philadelphia. That's how many books we bought. So I have the sickness of books. So probably the hardest thing to get rid of were my books. By the time I was ready to do van life, I was down to 4 boxes of books. For a while, I had about 12 boxes of books. I got a few. I've got Raymond Carver, short story collection. Brilliant writer. If you have never read Raymond Carver, I highly recommend you read him. He's a fantastic writer. I just picked up Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. Just started reading this one. Got in a used bookstore. I love used bookstores. I got this one, Writing About Your Life. I've never been able to write about my life. I've never been able to write, I've never been able to do autobiographical stuff. I don't know. So I'm gonna read this. That's actually my mom's book. My mom had this. And again, I was going through a bunch of stuff, and my dad let me take it, so. And of course, I've got Men with Adult ADHD, because I have ADHD, which has severely impacted and negatively affected my life in many, many ways. I was diagnosed with it 10 years ago, but honestly, the last year, I've really been learning more and more about it. I guess you could say, why'd you wait 10 years to learn more about it? Well, that's kind of what part of having ADHD is. You don't take care of things right away. You procrastinate. You make excuses. You just get lazy. I shouldn't say lazy. Lazy is one way that we use to describe ourselves. We want to get down ourselves about having ADHD, but it's not laziness. It's actually ADHD paralysis, which I won't go into in this video. If you want to learn more about ADHD, we've got the internet. It's a beautiful thing. You can learn more about it. You can learn all kinds of things about it. And you can, if you're curious about ADHD paralysis, just type it into Google and it'll tell you all about it. I might do a video someday about ADHD, but at this point, I don't want to bore you. So, but yeah, these are some of my books. I have a few more. They're kind of scattered around the place. So that's it. Those are the things I have in my van that are not needed for van life. If I didn't have them, I could still do van life, but they just make my van life more comfortable. They make my van seem more like a home, which is so important because when you're living on the road, when you don't have a home, I also love artwork, like original artwork. And I had to give up all of that. I had so many paintings and small drawings. I had to give all that up because I had nowhere to put them in the van. So that kind of bummed me out. But maybe when I do the build again, I'm thinking about putting up a space, like a wall space in here, or just a blank space where I can actually put up, like, you know, little drawings like that I find from local artists, things like that. So we'll see what happens down the line. I might even find an artist to do some artwork on the outside of my van. Maybe do a mural on the outside of the van, but that'd be really cool. Anyway, that's it. That's it for the not needed things for van life that I've got. If you guys have not needed things for your van life and you want to share with me what they are, put them in the comments. If you can put a photograph of it in the comments, that'd be cool. Kind of share with all of us what you bring with you on your van life to make it more comfortable. So thank you again so much for joining me. If you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow in the algorithm. Hit that like button. Share it with your friends or family, people you know who want to do van life or are doing van life and you think they'll enjoy my content. Please do. And of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, there's also my Patreon account. So check that out. The link to it is in my description below. Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you for joining me and supporting me. I really, 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 really appreciate it. So have a great one. Be well.